Hello, I'm Denny Michaels with Myla International. I'm here to talk today about nasogastric feeding tubes in conjunction with VetGirl. We're very pleased to be associated with VetGirl in these educational videos. On the table here we have 4 different styles of nasogastric tubes. All have similar features and all have a few special features to mention. Myla is a veterinary-only company, which means that we make our products in the necessary sizes that you need for animals, that often being a long, narrow tube or a very tiny tube, those that are not appropriate for humans. And so with that, we'll start with the legacy yellow feeding tube that we've had since 1990. Many of you are familiar with this tube as being a very patient-friendly and user-friendly product. It's made of polyurethane. That's the same material that jugular vein catheters are made of, and so it's very inert. It comes in sizes from 5 French up to 12 French. And when you select the tube that you want, then you also might want to look at the style of tip before you make your choice. This tip is called the bullet tip, and the opening is of a style or design that gives the largest possible opening for the size of the tube. That can be compared with one that has a weight in the end. You see where the opening is up a bit higher, and all this is a weight. Now this is strictly clinician choice as to which one you prefer. Some think that the weight helps the tube go down and then keeps it down in case of vomiting. Others are very happy with this end. All of these tubes of this style have a fleshing stylet, meaning a piece of wire that helps stiffen the catheter while it's being advanced into the patient. And so once that wire is removed, then the catheter is very soft. To flush it, you just put the syringe with water or saline on here and flush. Now I'll remove that and show you the end of the tube. It has a Y-shaped adapter. It allows you to use a funnel tip syringe. Fits like that. And it also has a plug on it, which I can't get loose right now, but there it is. Also has the end where you can just use any standard syringe, be it a lure or a slip tip. So that's all about choices for you. I'll just hold this up for a second to show you that you can get size 8 and 43 inches long, and that's a very popular size. And as you look at our catalog, you'll see that you have many choices. There's no need to put up with 2 or 3 different sizes. You can just have as many as you like. We sell them one at a time. The material does not kink easily, but if you're trying to do a radius right outside the nose, we do find that that's just a little bit tricky, but it's doable. And in fact, we have an improvement on the next color that I'll show you. Now I'm going to move over to the purple tubes. I'll also just use a size 8 for a demonstration, but I don't think that's it. Size 8. This tube is similar to the yellow ones in that it's a good polyurethane material. Both are radiopaque. Both have fleshing stylets, but there is a difference down at the distal end. So to compare the two, the purple one has a closed end and 5 side holes. 1, 2, 3, 4 side holes. The yellow one has 1 side hole and it has this little bulge. So in the last year or two, we have gone ahead and made some improvements, and that would be, in my opinion, one that's important. And I'll show you why. I have a little ruler here that I hope this can show up on video. It's a ruler that shows measurements for French catheters. So the size 8 yellow catheter fits really only through the 11 French size hole because of the bulge on the end with the special design tip. That's okay in some cases, but other times you would want the use of the full size 8. In that case, you can use a smaller tube for the same flow rate. So there's the purple going through the 8. Both of these are labeled size 8 catheters though. On the purple tube, I'm going to remove the wire, and then I'd like to show you how, as this comes out of the patient's nose and you want it to go up the forehead, you can really do a tight radius without a kink. That's very much more convenient than having to just be delicate with it. Also, these tubes include suture wings. This is a split wing. You simply seat the catheter well into it, put tight tie sutures around the 2 grooves, around these grooves, and then suture to the patient as needed. If you want to use suture, you can certainly use tape if that's your preference. The proximal tip is a bit simplified. It works well with the cath tip syringe, and in the closed position, you can then lift this and use the cath tip syringe in this opening for bolus. Now, also with this particular catheter, you can use the extension tube. This is a 60-inch extension that just pushes in and can go to the pump. These are both color-coded now with the modern color for nasogastric feeding, purple. Pointing out the weights in the purple tube, this is what it looks like. The holes are up here, and then this is without weights. In the Myla catalog, where the yellow feeding tubes are listed, at the bottom of that column are the tubes for larger animals. This one specifically for foals, baby horses. It is clear polyurethane with a white radiopaque stripe. It's size 14 French. It comes with a nice firm, just the right amount of firmness, straightening wire in it, stiffening wire. And it has the same type Y adapter at the top that I showed you previously. Now the neat thing about this one is this part right here, this makes it length adjustable. So you could actually use this tube anytime you want a 14 tube. You can make it any length you want. So I'm just unscrewing, and then you can pull this out. See if I can do it. Yep, there you go. Then you cut it wherever you want, any length, and then simply put the adapter back on. It has multiple suture wings on it. A little bit different style. Take it off and show it that way. It coils around the tube, you see, and then you put the tie sutures in those grooves. And also in that same column, the fold tube is 50 inches long, adjustable to any length, and the horse tube is 100 inches long and also adjustable to any length by unfastening it here. And it's an 18 French. Both of these tubes have been used for many years, very tried and true. And lastly today, I'd like to talk about the pink poly catheters from Myla. I'm showing you this brochure so you can visualize the name of it. The poly is for polyvinyl chloride. It's a medical grade polyvinyl chloride that the catheters are made of, and so that means they're short-term catheters, good for a couple of days as far as biocompatibility. And on the back of our brochure we show, and this will be also in the catalog, many different adapters that you can use conveniently with the pink poly catheters. Now this catheter was developed recently because of the red rubber catheter shortage. We understand that quite often you don't need a catheter for a long time, or maybe the budget is just the guiding factor, and so we offer these catheters in the $3 to $4 range each. And they come in several sizes and lengths. I think the longest right now is 42 inches, and we quite possibly could be making them longer than that. We're making new ones all the time. So 42 inches. It has the pink radiopaque stripe on it. This one has the lure end, and some of these have a funnel end. It really just depends on the clinician's preference, what you're going to use it for. The material is very nice amount of, how do you say, just the right amount of rigidity and softness. They have a closed end. They have very smooth eyelets or side holes. They take a radius well. They have depth marks on them. And can be used, actually, all these catheters can be used for a variety of purposes. You can use them as nasogastric tubes. You can use them as urine catheters. They work well as oxygen delivery catheters, and could even be used for short-term esophagostomy. So give those a try. I think everybody could use some of those for short-term use. So in closing, I'd like to thank you for watching my little presentation here about nasogastric tubes. We always welcome you to call Mila. We have many people here who are very willing and ready to help you make decisions or take order, help you with any kind of problems or questions. You can also, if you go on our website, you'll see the full catalog with quite nice explanations of the product. There are also videos from YouTube and some that we've put together. We appreciate your business, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much.